New Guinea, Pitcairn, Tahiti, South Africa, St. Helena Island. We just soaked it all up like a sponge. We just realized how lucky we were to do that when we were just kids. And I still enjoy my year and a half at sea to this day, and I think of it at least once or twice a day. My name is Lydia Jewell. I grew up in Massachusetts near Cape Cod, and I had a sailboat when I was 10 years old. As I got older, I began to read about sailing ships and got interested in going to sea. My last year in college, I met a girl who knew Irving and Exie Johnson, who at that point had finished 4 voyages around the world. Boy, that just sounded wonderful to me. What I really wanted to do was to get offshore and go to sea. Eventually, they accepted me to go on the 6th voyage, which was started in the fall of 1953. It turned out to be everything I had ever dreamed of.
My name is Nancy Richardson. I was a Mariner Girl Scout. I'm proud to say that I was in a troop that was one of the first to sail with Irving and Exie and sailed with them every summer that they were home.
They were both remarkable people. They were very people, and they complemented one another to a T. Irving did all the ship business of the running of the ships and the maintaining of the ship, and Exie operated everything else. She took care of the food and shopping in foreign countries. She was the overseer of the galley. Irving, very personable man, not quite as handy with languages. Exie did all of that.
And another thing about Irving is that as a young man, he took a Charles Atlas course to build up his upper body, and it worked.
Yes, it did. But he wasn't an overly tall guy, but he was strong. Wow.
Yeah.
And handsome.
Yes, he had a twinkle in his eye, too.
Yes, he did.
I'm the senior deckhand on Exie Johnson.
My name is Flash Johnson, and I got into tall ships by bartending weddings in Austin, Texas.
I moved down to Galveston, and they have a tall ship out there. So I started volunteering with her, and it basically changed my life.
Led me to finding a website. Hey, looks like this place 1,300 miles away is hiring deckhands.
So I came out here on the recommendation of one of my friends.
So drove 1,300 miles, showed up on the dock and said, hey, heard you need a deckhand.
Got hooked up with Moran, who is the volunteer coordinator at Lammy.
No calls, no emails, just showed up.
She basically talked me out here, so here I am.
Now been here for over 10 months. It's kind of hooked me. Ended up really liking tall ships, didn't really expect it. the whole physics and engineering of these boats is really what did it for me.
Most people just push paper and, you know, they slide it up to the next person and they continue the project and they do something else with it. And with boats, you can see your end product. You varnished your wood, you painted your wood, you redone a line. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's got me. Like a bug, virus.
Right. Yeah. Down here, and then let me go look. Why does he always leave this hanging? It's the shower head. Gary, why are there no lights in the nav?
What's that?
Why are there no lights in the nav? They don't work. Did you turn them off?
No.
Are you sure?
When you're at sea, there is no store. If something breaks, you have to fix it, but you just learn that that's really important and very satisfying to fix things and make them work.
Why is our 24 not working?
I don't know. I thought somebody was fiddling with it because you were fiddling with the electricity. DC sub panel? Is that the DC sub panel up there? Because that's off.
Let me try and cross through that. See what that does.
Let me go check.
Is that it? Okay. I bet you know. I think I hit that with my elbow earlier today.
Probably.
I didn't realize when I was pulling the stuff down.
Problem solving. A lot of problem solving is on this boat. Definitely.
I've never understood, for instance, how anyone could keep house without knowing how to tie a bowline knot. It's it's really important. It comes in handy for all kinds of things, and that's just one little example.
Oh my god, this is a little cleaner last time I was in here. Okay, yeah, so this is our galley. I don't know how much of this you've gotten from Nancy and Lydia, but Lammy is dedicated to children's programs. We teach people that they can do more than they think they can do. And that it taught me that I can do much more than I thought I could do, that if I just push myself hard enough that I can get to that point where I can do it. And I want to teach other people that they can do it. And that's why I am here, because I want to be able to pass along my experience to other people.
Ain't seen a halyard in many's a year, and they got no use for the shanty man. Newfangled gear is all inside, and away you get away, you shanty man. All very well, but it just ain't right, and they got no use for the shanty man.
Will be our final harbor cruise of the day. Get tickets here at the center of the village at berth 77. You still have 5 minutes before boarding. There's still time to join us for the next harbor cruise.
Long Beach 2, I'm on 1505, the APL Oregon, inbound from the south, they're headed to Los Angeles.
Thanks, Pat. I'll be on 14. Check it.
There we go. That's a nice slow pace. You guys are making me work really hard here. Wait, you speeding up? Don't speed up too much.
How we build community naturally on a ship, and that is you start by pulling together to raise the sails, to sail in harmony with the wind and the waves and each other.
All the way, Pete.
I peek out, out on the read out. Do you want me to hold?
A ship is a community or a family in a confined space that you can't get away from. unless you jump overboard, and that's pretty extreme need to be away from the community.
And then wait, guys, hold on. Oh. Because we need to get this secure first, and then we'll have you hop on there.
It may be a catch, but it doesn't have squares and it doesn't have a gaff-rigged main. I love to watch the lighthouse. There it is. There's one ocean, and it connects all life. And to sail the ocean, whether you go to a foreign land or not, you're sharing that connection and that spirit. I think it's important, not that everybody have it, but that the tradition continue. The magic, the spirit, the challenge, the vastness are total. There would be no life on this planet without water. And certainly you can have an experience on a cruise ship, which is wonderful, but to be actually hauling on the lines and trimming the sails and being not just a passenger on this planet, I think that tradition is really important.
Thank you.